Good morning, everyone. This is Barbara Lardonay from Hannah's Cupboard, and I wanted to make a couple of comments about the recent horrific and extremely heartbreaking situation that we've gone through regarding the school shootings in Florida. When it happened, almost immediately, everyone jumped to their own corner of why they think that this has happened. That's to be expected, but I have a corner too. Mine is a little bit different, and I'm going to give you that perspective. I believe that the country has been in moral decline for decades. And I believe that we have left God and we have shut him out. And I believe that we're experiencing the consequences of that. But this is not going to be a diatribe on how morally corrupt our society is. It's more going to be a challenge to the church because it's the church's fault. How has the church stood for the principles, for godly principles? I think that there's a couple of things that we can actually do about our circumstances as a country rather than just criticize the great moral decline that we're in. And I think we can take our example from Daniel. Daniel did two things when he was in the Babylonian captivity that I think we can follow because he was in a pagan culture and we're in a pagan culture really at this point. The first thing he did that I think we can do is that he confessed his sins and the sins of his people to God. He acknowledged their wrongness. He repented of what they had done, what the Israelites had done to cause the situation. And the second thing that he did is he did not participate in their culture. He separated himself off and made himself holy. So my challenge to all of us is to say, how are we separating ourselves off from our culture? I don't mean by going away and sitting in a corner and not seeing what's going on, but in looking at everything that comes into our home, every object that we have in our home, everything that we listen to. How much are we part of the culture that we're in? Or how much are we standing with God and the principles that he sets forth in the Bible to live a holy life? That's the challenge. When I first became a Christian, there was a saying going around which has stayed with me all of these years. They used to say, if you were arrested for being a Christian, would there be enough evidence to convict you? That's a question I ask myself, and it's a question I ask you to ask yourself. Thank you so much for listening.